Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and on today's episode of me talking about 7 things, I'm going to be going over some newly released information about Global Showdown. Now before I continue, please check out the links in the description below. I highly recommend the surveys, and I'm recently doing a redo redemption survey, and I've been adding the survivalists from season 19 onto the various surveys, so make sure to check those out. And if there's a survivalist from season 19 who's not on there, maybe they're not eligible to be on there, or I haven't added them yet because there are still a few episodes left in the season. So make sure to check it out once season 19 is over, or vote, and make sure to share the links if you want to. There's only one vote per person with a Google sign-in, so make sure you check that out. Now on to Global Showdown. There was recently an article released as well as a trailer, and in the article we have information such as divided into 7 pairs representing their homeland. Survivalist skills will be tested by 3 brutal and unpredictable ecosystems in Africa's Zululand for 40 days. In another franchise first, the competition introduces an official scoring system where teams will earn points by completing survival tasks and excelling in head-to-head challenges. Winning teams will be safe from elimination and unlock critical tools to acquire food, water, and shelter, while the bottom 2 teams must face off in an elimination challenge to remain in the game. With no shared resources, no trading, and no sabotage, each team must rely solely on their own skills and will to survive. Featuring up-and-coming international survivalists alongside franchise legends and bitter rivals, only one team will emerge victorious. With $200,000 in national pride on the line, the teams competing in the most intense Naked and Afraid competition ever include: from Australia, Kai and Alexa; from Brazil, Renee and Marina; from Mexico, we have Pablo and Fernanda. Now representing Texas of the US, we have Jeff and Kara. Representing the east of the US is Matt and Gabby. Representing the south of the US is Frank and Teal. And representing the west of the US is Dan and Rachel. Now, we have 6 international survivalists and 8 American survivalists, which is very interesting. But maybe since it's the first of the series, they weren't able to get as many competitors as they wanted. But I'll talk about that in a second, because there's another moment from the trailer I wanted to talk about, because there's a point where someone reveals a scoreboard, and I just wanted to go over the scoreboard because I think based off of the letters that were available to be seen, I just wanted to give some information about it. So according to the scoreboard, in tied for first, we have USA East, which is Matt and Gabby with 400 points, and we have USA South, which is Frank and Teal, and they also have 400 points. And then in third place, we have Australia with Kai and Alexa. And then next is USA Pacific, because there's a C at the end, but I think that's an American flag. But I believe that's Dan and Rachel, and they have 230 points. Texas, because it kind of looks like an S on the end, which is Jeff and Kara, has 220 points. And then we have Brazil, which is Renee and Marina, who have 200 points. And then we have Mexico, which is Pablo and Fernanda, who also have 200 points. So when showing the scoreboard, it looks like USA East and South are tied for first, and unfortunately Brazil and Mexico are tied for last. But hopefully there are some challenges where they can get their points up, but unfortunately someone has to go home every week, and so I really hope it's not an international team first. That would be so sad, because we only have 6 international survivalists. And I feel like the name should be USA versus the world, or America's and Australian Showdown, because we only have North and South America represented and Australia. So I wish we could have had Canada, UK, and South Africa also included. Hopefully, if this is renewed for season 2, we can see more international survivalists. And then I feel the international survivalists, with the exception of Kai, are at a bit of a disadvantage because all the American survivalists have done multiple challenges, or the teams have at least one legend, because Matt, Gabby, Dan, and Jeff are considered legends, and then Frank has done 3 challenges. It's just very interesting considering the number of days, and Pablo has the least amount of days because he's only done one 21-day challenge, which he completed, but still, it's a little off balance for me, but I'm excited to see what will happen. I hope Alexa and Kai make it far, but I don't want to make any predictions on who wins or not. I'll just say that I want Alexa and Kai to go far, but we shall see. Thank you all so much for listening. Please like, comment nice things, and subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.